The Matrix Radio Vision Live with DWI, live from the BXNY.
Hey guys, it's your girl SasheMi speaking truth. I'm back in the studio. I have a great person I'm about to interview, but he's gonna tell you about himself and his name. And you guys, when I tell you he's so dope, like he's so dope as an African American male, and I want you guys to really get to know him and listen, tune in, because you guys can really get some great things out of his store. But I'm saying too much. So, hey Ian, how are you? How you doing today?
So what's going on? I'm all right.
I'm so happy to have you. You know, you're a young entrepreneur in the building. We got to clap to that. Like, definitely give a shout out to him. So, why did you know that you wanted to become an entrepreneur?
I had to be like, since I was like 9, I would just do little things like chores in the crib and just knowing how to make my own money without having to ask my moms and pops. And that's something that just stuck with me. So by the time I was like 14, 15, I was just like really hustling. And when I say hustling, I don't want people to think selling drugs. So that's I ain't do that. But hustling just like from selling my sneakers, my personal kicks and jerseys and everything else, I would just, you know, my friends and classmates would really just buy everything off me. And it stuck with me. I'm like, I like being my own boss. I don't like working for nobody. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's just me. So I stuck with it until I found a way to, you know, make some real money from it.
Right. So where did you get the concept or your idea about the business you have now? Like, what was your process in that?
All right, so for the ones that don't know, I own a sneaker consignment shop in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, Brooklyn, called Lucky Laced.
Yes.
2 days ago, it just turned 3 years.
That's
so
because you opened it up in 2010, correct?
All right. So I started the business back in 2010, like online.
Right.
But the store itself, I started 3 years ago.
Yes.
In September 26, 2016. But since the online start, it's been a journey. It's been a hassle. Like I was in college, I was trying to...
Talk about that struggle. Talk about it. Because I think that people don't understand the struggle that people go through when they see talent in themselves and they really trying to bring it to the forefront. So I really want you to talk about the process of starting online for entrepreneurs out there and then having your own store, because that's a big deal.
All right, so starting online is man. I'm getting a headache thinking about it, but
it's a lot.
You got to deal with people just trying to get over on you, trying to get free stuff, try to scam you. You know, you'll send something out. Whether you have a clothing line, you selling sneakers, you selling makeup, you selling jewelry, whatever you selling, it's people always out there trying to get over. So, like, it was times where I sent a sneaker that was $300, and it'd get delivered, and somebody say, "Oh, listen, I never got it."
Wow.
So I learned from my mistakes, of course. So like when you ship things out, it's like you use signature confirmation, so it shows who signed for it. But I didn't know that at the time. I was like, 17, 18.
Of course.
So I took an L. So they got their money back. So that was $600 down the drain. But years later, it was like, all right, I know everything. Even if I sold something for $20, it's getting the confirmation.
Right.
But online is really a headache. So depending on your field, your industry, if you sell makeup is like saturated.
Yes.
So you gotta see what marketing skills can set you different, set you apart from the rest.
Right.
So you gotta figure that out. You gotta figure your price point. You gotta figure shipping methods, brand ambassadors. It's online. It's hard, but it's worth it because it's like you really don't have any much overhead. You just paying for your SEOs, your domain name, and whatever the case may be. But it's online. It's hard. It's hard. But I mean, storefront is better because you meet so many people. And like you get expand quicker than online.
Right.
I think.
So how did you determine your location for your store? Like, tell me about what was the process in that?
So my store is located on 240 Kent Avenue in Williamsburg. Someone told me about the spot.
Okay.
So the building my store is in is called Green Desk. So they own a few locations throughout the city. So they got it in Brooklyn, Queens, I think in the Bronx, two in Brooklyn. But anyway, I found out about it. So while I was in college before I graduated, they was like, reach out to them and see what they got, see what they have to offer, and how the whole process works. So I kept in touch with them. I visited the Dumbo location, and it was cool, but they didn't really have a good spot for me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait, and I wasn't really ready. So then, when I was ready for it, they said, yo, we got a availability in Winsburg. So I'm like, all right, cool. I checked it out. I keep it buck. I ain't know nothing about Kent Avenue. I knew about Winsburg. I just knew it. They had money down there. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to run with it. So 3 years ago, today, 2 days ago, I signed the lease, and I was like, I got to do it.
3 years ago. So this man been doing this for 3 years, and he's been running his own shop for 3 years. Like, that's super dope. That gives hope, in the minority community. That really, really gives hope. And this is why he's on my show, because I definitely had to give you guys something to feel like, you know what, I can do it. It is possible. It is hard work, but he's living proof that you can definitely do it. You know what I mean? And he's not Caucasian. He's not living, downtown. Like, you know what I mean? So he's one of us, and it's possible that you can do whatever you want to do when you put your mind to it. So how did you find out, that this is what you wanted to do for the rest of your life? Did you have mom, dad? Like, who's part of your team? Is it just you by yourself?
All right, so I found out I wanted to do this when I was in high school, and it was the the Jordan 10s that came out. I went to Catholic school my whole life, so we couldn't really wear sneakers. So when I wanted to wear sneakers, I wore black sneakers. So one of my classmates, he was like, yo, I want those 10s. I want to buy them. And I'm like, yo, I wore them. So he's like, nah, you clean. Like, I trust you. Let me buy them. I'm like, no. So he was like, yo, name a price. And I was like, all right, fine. So whatever I paid at the time, whatever was on the box price, I sold it to him for that the next day. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I could wear a pair of sneakers and still make my money back, plus more.
Exactly.
So since then, I was like ninth, I want to say ninth grade. And that's when it clicked in my head, like, yo, this is it.
This is what you wanted to do.
So I just had to find a legit plug. First of all, I had to graduate high school first, and my mom was on my ass. So
hey, of course.
I couldn't like stop going to school. But after that, once I found the right plug, I was like, I gotta run with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the other question?
So like, who's part of your team? It's
All
just
right.
you by yourself.
So of course I got my moms and pops. I'm lucky enough to have them.
Shout out to his parents,
behind me and helping me out. But I'm weird because I'm the type of person I don't like asking nobody for anything. So because I don't want no one to come forward years later and say, oh,
I did that for you.
Yeah, exactly. So if I ever ask you for anything, that means I really needed it. Whether it's like, yo, can you go to the store, give me a water? Like, I really needed it. So I like to do everything on my own. And my bro right here, Marcus,
Hi, Marcus. Hi.
I actually met him through the store.
Oh, wow.
So he was a customer, right?
Okay.
So, a sneaker customer. and we clicked from there. It was like just cool. Him and his other bro, he came through. They both copped. And we created a bond from there. So he's one of my employees now.
Oh, nice.
So that just goes to show you that having a store.
Feedback.
he can tell you, like, there's so many times where I'm not there and people will be like, yo, where's Ian? Where's Ian? And he's like, yo, he's out and about, and he'll click with new people, and
That's amazing to have an employee like that.
It is. He's trustworthy, of course,
Yeah.
So it's times where it was an Adidas event, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't there that day. And they gave the store free tickets to the event, just off like, oh, I like the store because of him, like here. So I have other people that support me, like other family and friends, but people that's right there, like when I need them, it's like
it's always
exactly
it's separate.
Yeah,
I totally understand.
It gets smaller. You know how it is.
I already know.
It's people that are like, oh, hey, applaud from a distance. And then when you need them, it's like, I don't really know. Yep. So
I definitely get that.
Yeah.
How did you advertise for your store?
All right, so when I first started off, I'm not gonna lie, I was lying half the time. I would get like my best friends, like, yo, take a picture of your sneakers you got on and tag me. So even if you didn't get it from me, I needed you to tag me just to show, like, all right, he brought sneakers from him or his company, and I didn't care if you had 200 followers, 200,000 followers. Like, people don't realize social media is key. Like, so many people will find things out through social media, and people automatically think like, oh, I don't have 1 million followers, so I can't help you.
Of course.
But it's free. Just tag it, put it in. Now we got Insta Story. Back then we didn't have Insta Story, so it's things like that that'll help. So I do Facebook, Instagram. You know, word of mouth, flyers.
That works too. Yes.
SEOs, like all type of things I do. I take advantage of everything because, you know, I'm not rich, so I can't afford to say I'm gonna pay, you know, $10,000 a month for advertising.
Of course.
Not yet, but you got to take advantage of social media.
One day at a time.
Exactly, it's baby steps.
Exactly. And you're still been up for a while, so you really have a good following. That shows that you're doing something great as a boss.
Oh yeah.
You know, so what sets you aside, you think, from any other sneaker store that there is? And then I also want you to talk about the name Lucky Lace as well. So I want people to know, like, where you get the name from and what it actually stands for, because you know you have all these other brands and you know what they stand for and their slogan. But like, I want you to talk about your name as well.
All right. So first, I think what sets Lucky Lace different, well, apart from the other stores, is that I'm a real sneaker collector. Like, my pops, like, in the store, I really got my first pair of J's in there. Like, it was a retro 5s.
That's dope.
My aunt brought them for me. She brought my first pair of J's. So, like, I was a sneaker collector since day one. And I think most of these stores, they're not in it for the love of it. They just in it for the money. Don't get me wrong, reselling is a $1 billion industry. So they just in it for the money. Some of them are like culture vultures. It's like, I see I can make money over here, I'm gonna go over here. I see I can make money over here, I'm gonna go over here. But me, of course, it's about making the money, but people come in, they're like, yo, I'm like, you, how many times you can walk in the store and be like, I'm talking to the owner? Right. Like, so people, like, they bond, they click, and they're like, yo, I'm gonna come back. Or they might see.
Because they feel like you doing it genuinely. You going in, they think you taking their money, but you're doing it genuinely. Like, you're not just, just taking their money like, okay, I see you whenever, but you having that connection, and you doing that will bring more people, more clientele, because you're more inclined on what you're doing, and people will be spending their money in the store. You want that home feeling. Where you going to spend your money.
It's not like you going into Foot Locker, and no offense to Foot Locker, but when you going to Foot Locker, like, yo, can I get that size 8.5? Total was 150. Here, boom, you out. People come here, they buy a sneaker, they talk. Like, how did the store start? How do you get the name? Can I pre-order this shoe? Like, they might see my moms or my pops, and they be like, oh, it's family owned or black owned, and then it's like it starts a whole conversation. And they're like, yo, they get a different outlook on the brand, on the store. So I think that's what keeps people coming back. And the fact that, like, I really notice and I really I love it. I love what I do. Feel me? Like just how you love what you do. Like, it's not like
it's not work.
It's a paid hobby. It's a paid hobby. It's fun. It's not like, damn, I gotta get up. I gotta go clock in. I got this boss that's on my ass. It's not like that. So I think that's what makes it easier for me to get up every day or every other day and work really.
Right. And tell me where you get the name Lucky Lace from. Gotta explain that.
I know. All right. So when people ask me, they think like, "Oh, you Irish?" I'm like, "Nah," but pretty much, I was going to create a website that was like eBay. Okay. So it was like, if you lucky. So eBay, for those who don't know, I think everybody should, but it's a bidding platform. So you bid and you can win whatever you want. So if you was lucky enough to win a bid. So, some people call sneakers like laces. I need a new pair of laces. I need to get laced up. So I was just playing with the name. So like, if you're lucky enough to get a pair of laces or laced up, whatever. So I was just playing with the name, and I kept running Lucky Lace, asking people, and they was like, yeah, it sounds cool, it's cool. Some people were like, like whatever. I probably could have came up with a better name, but now I got the name kind of known, so it is what it is. But that's how I got the name. So now I'm not Irish or nothing.
So that's cool. So now you guys know the foundation where his name came from, And what's the feeling like when people go in your store? Like, what's the home feeling like? Like, if say I was to go in there, like, what would I say without, like, leaving out?
All right. So for the people that's into the whole sneaker culture, like whether you're wearing Jordans, Yeezys, whatever, people come in and like, And I'm not saying it because of my store, but you gotta ask him. People,
Yes, because I'm
yeah,
going to talk to you.
ask him.
I'm definitely going to ask you. So when you first walked in, before you became an employee, and I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Marcus.
Marcus, you know, you're the homie now. So when you went in the store, how did you feel?
So when I went in the store the first time, it was like pretty like funny, like I guess experience because like I kind of was like overexcited at the time because like so the first sneaker I saw that he had on like in stock was a sneaker I was looking for my whole life.
Oh wow!
And I just randomly went in the store that day and it was there,
It was there.
my size, everything. So like I was with my homie at the time and then I just like went crazy. I was like, yo, bro, they got my kicks. Like, I was like, yo, do you guys do layaway? And he didn't even have to do that at the time. Like, I was a little tight. And he was like, yo, bro, yeah, like, we do layaway. I'm like, for real? And I'm like, yo, I'll put some down now. And then, like, I worked in the area, so I just kept coming back every week, paying the sneaker off.
Oh, nice.
And then, like, we just built a connection through that. Like, just started chopping it up about, like, life, sneakers, like, style, fashion, and stuff. And then became the homie ever since.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just very, like,
That's a creative story. That's, you know what I find, you know, nowadays of me doing this work, it's kind of like when you go out your zone, you meet great people.
That's a fact.
You know? And I've learned that. So even like this story right now is very like loving and passionate, but it also speaks to brotherhood. You know what I mean? Because you went from just going in the store that now when they sell out, they sell out. But he has sneakers that sell out from years and he has them in his store. So for you, somebody that can't find a sneaker for years and that's you just like that sneaker and you that's like a car, you know. So you go in the store, you like, this is a store that I'm meant to walk into that's very unique and have different sneakers that I never even thought I would even see again. And then you find a sneaker that you love and become an employee. So and now you have a brotherhood. You know what I mean? So even that story right there. So this is why you guys have to go check out the store, Lucky Lace. You know, we're gonna get to Instagram and Facebook and all of that, but I'm gonna finish my questions up, and I definitely want to thank you for sharing your experience. And you know, how is it now you being an employee? Like, how did that work out? How did that work out? Cause
Yo,
you went from sneakers to you working. So guys, please.
all right, so if I can remember, my memory is horrible, but I think he was going through it with his job that he was at the moment in the neighborhood. So at the time, you know, I'm trying to manage so many things like social media, the day-to-day operations, all of that. So he was going through it. I'm like, yo, he know his stuff. I trust him. He cool. He live in Brooklyn, so he's not that far. And I was talking to my pops, like, yo, what you think? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. So I asked him, like, yo, bro, what you think? Like, I think it was like a weekend or something. And I'm like, yo, I'm going out of town, but I can't afford to close the shop. Like, that's stupid. So he like, yeah. I'm like, yo, of course I'm gonna pay you. Like, can you do it? He like, yeah. So like during that week, he came through. I showed him everything, and after that weekend, it worked ever since. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't like, oh damn, like I wonder if something's missing. Or, it was cool. So, you know, it's like right now he's like part time, but I'm working through a couple business things. So after that, then I'm trying to get him full time along with, you know, 1 or 2 other people. So I can free my time up and, you know, do what I got, do a lot of personal things and just chill and relax. But that's how that came about. I just like took a chance. I was like, yo, come on.
And you see how the universe works. Like, it's always good to be good to people. You know, to have a pleasant respect for somebody because you just never know who you're going to meet. You just never know. You know, and this is just something that, you know, for you guys to really think about. And I also want to ask you, you know, what's in your store so people know. So we know you sell sneakers, but do you sell like sweaters, clothing, you know, handkerchiefs, hats?
All right, so I sell pretty much everything. So like, if you ever come to my store, it's kind of like walking into my closet. Like I sell, you know, the old vintage throwback jerseys that made a comeback. The starter jackets, the Supreme, that go crazy. You know, the Kit, the Anti-Social Club. Damn, I think I got a keychain on me. Like, I saw everything. So, like, even if you're not a sneaker lover or not into sneakers, you're going to find something in the store to buy.
That's dope.
Like,
that's fly. That's really
could,
fly. So he don't only sell sneakers. He sell other accessories,
like, this is
also clothing.
This is worn out, but this is like a keychain.
Okay.
Well, it is a keychain. So I sell pretty much everything. My own brand, like my hats. I got an independent brand. My other bro Brian, I'm wearing his hoodie. It's called Wanted Worldwide. So I carry his line.
Show that out. Just let the camera see.
I should have wore a bigger one, but I got this, and I think it's something on my back right here.
Okay.
So pretty much, like I'm trying to help everybody eat, you know. So it's not like people will come in and say, "Yo, why don't you have big name brands?" Like I do,
Right.
like I got the Supreme and all that, the hot stuff that everybody want. But I know how it is to start from the bottom of the business. So
Absolutely.
and being black is hard. Like it's times where you got a clothing line, you got to buy shelf space in the store just to get your brand seen. So I met him through one of my right hand mans. They went to college together, and I told him like, "Yo, I'll give you a shot. Like, come on." So we clicked ever since. They clicked through me. So like I'm just trying to put all the pieces together so everybody can eat and get to the top.
Of course. And that's, you gotta have that mindset. And that's what sets you aside. I think for me is when you try to bring people on and make sure everybody eating, everyone, you know, makes it successfully. Because that's what you really want to do. If you really a stand-up person, you really want to do that. And you can tell that he's a stand-up person because he want to make sure everyone eats, not just only him at the end of the day. And why do you do what you do?
Number one, I love it. I love sneakers. I love to look fly. You know, you're from Harlem, so you like to look fresh. You like everybody looking. So, and most importantly, I don't have to answer to no one.
Hello.
You know, I don't have to worry about being
I
fired.
wish I had that. How many of you gotta go to work every day, listen to a boss and higher ups? Like, I'd be tired.
I have no one can tell me what to do, how to do it. So I think that's the best thing in the world. So, like, and it's not trying to be cocky, but I can literally do whatever I want, and
Right.
no one
Because
can
it's
tell
just,
me.
you own it.
Exactly.
You
So
work for it. It wasn't like handed to you like, hey.
Exactly.
No, you
it wasn't
literally had to put in the
inherited.
work.
I had to put in the work. It's not easy, but you get a peace of mind knowing I can't get fired. I can't talk to him a certain way because I'm gonna get written up.
Of
or,
course.
you know,
Of course. That struggle. We all have that struggle. We all have that struggle.
I think that's the most important thing. That's the most beautiful thing about it.
And what do you think, why do you think your store is so unique?
I think it's so unique because I'm actually going out there and making these connections and buying stuff or getting it into the store. So like, you know, you got some stores that like, all right, yo, you responsible for buying, or like they call up Nike, say, yo, listen, I need 50 pair of this, or call up Adidas, I need this, and they're not really picking and choosing what they want. Like I got an eye for it, so I know like, right, this nigga is whack, I'm not gonna get it.
You get it right.
Like, you know.
You take pride in your work.
Exactly. So I really put the footwork in to really, you know, I want to make the store look good. I want it to, like when I walk inside of it, I want to look at it like, okay, I like the store. Like I want to look at it from a customer point of view and not just like, cause me looking at it, I'm biased. I'm like, oh yeah, I love it. But I think like, yo, what if I'm you and I'm walking in? It's like, are you gonna be like, it's whack, or you gonna be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna come back. So I think, and then when you come in, it's love. It's not like, I'm not forcing you to buy anything.
Right.
Of course, I want everyone to come in and buy something. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it's no pressure. That's the thing. Like, I hate going to any store and they're like, oh, you want this, you want that. Like, leave me alone. Like, if I want it, I want it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't ignore the customer. But you come in the store, it's love. It's real. It's not. Cause like I said, it was blood, sweat, and tears put into the store. So like building that everything. Like I didn't pay contractors to do it. Like me, my mom's, my pops, family, like we did it. So
together, family.
it's love. It's love involved in that.
So it's love at Lucky Lace. You know, this is a black-owned business, and he put his hard work into it. It's not something that was just handed to him. He's just doing it just because. He has a purpose of why he's doing it, and he told you why he named his store Lucky Lace. So you guys go and check it out. You know what I mean? Go support. Because I know I'm going to support. I've been saying this for a while. I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm going to be very, very truthful with you guys. I've been saying it for a while because it's not the first time I met him. I met him like 3 years ago, and he had this vision. So I'm truly like impressed. But you guys definitely go out there. And I have one more question for you. What advice would you give, you know, to anyone that's trying to come up and become an entrepreneur? Because you hear so many good things and then bad things about it, and I think that it makes people so nervous to want to do it that they don't do it.
All right, so for anyone that want to become an entrepreneur, whether you're young or old, you know, white, black, it doesn't matter. I would say definitely you gotta read a lot. Like I'm not a big
Reading is
reader.
fundamental.
I'm not a big reader. I'm not gonna lie, but when it comes to something you love, you'll
Right,
pick up a
yes.
book. So if it's obviously business related, it was times I'm not gonna lie, I was going to Barnes and Noble like twice a week. Like, yo, I gotta get a new book. Let me learn this. It was times I was up 24 hours, so 5, 6 in the morning writing down stuff. Like, and this is after this is during college. Like I ain't have classes on a Wednesday, Thursday. I was still like writing
Taking notes on
taking
your craft,
notes.
you
So
have to be successful at what you want. You have to.
you have to, cause like while you sleep, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's like while you're sleeping, is someone really up, like practicing or really
Food for thought.
for real. Like same thing as playing ball. Like if I was a ball player, there's someone out there right now at the court. So you got to do the same thing. You really got to be on your P's and Q's and read, research, know what's trending. And I would definitely say this one is not that easy, but definitely build your credit because that credit gets you a long way. It's like if you know you can sell something within 30 days, well, within your billing cycle, put it on the credit.
Right.
Especially if you have interest free or whatever, put it on your credit, sell it, make your profit, pay it off, pay the balance off, and never burn bridges. Never.
Food for thought. Never
Like,
burn bridges.
it's-
That's key.
It's so many people like, all right, so when it comes to sneakers and you know picking up Jordans, Yeezys, it's a big community, but it's small at the same time because let's say it's a pair of Jordans that came out today. I got a few pair of those, right? So if I was dirty or grimy, when I pick up these pairs, you see the same people. So if I go to 125th, 14th Street, 42nd, 34th, I see the same resellers.
Right.
So if I did something that was scumbagish to somebody else, I'm bumping into them every time.
Right. Of
So
course.
I would be literally fighting every time. So I just tell people, or if not even fighting, if I did something to, let's say I did something to her, right? He's with her, or he knows her and I don't know that. Man, when I'm say I'm on 34th, I'm picking up my pairs, and I'm like, yo, damn. I'm going to him like, yo, what's up? Like, let me buy your pairs off you, or buy my pairs, whatever we doing. He already know about me, so he like, nah, I already know. You just did something snake to her. Without him in his head, he's saying that, but he's not telling me, and I'm like, damn, why you don't want to do business with me? So I tell people never burn bridges because that won't help you in the long run. It can really get ugly. Whatever field, whether you makeup, jewelry, clothing, rap, R&B, just don't burn bridges because, you know, karma will come back around to bite you in the ass.
It definitely does. Learn from this man, I'm trying to tell you.
Definitely.
And what word would you give us to let the show go off in good spirits? For anybody that's trying to do something positive and they feel like they don't have the help or they feel like it's above them that they can't do it. But I'm going to open this bottle while he gives you the one word because it's time to celebrate.
Yeah, it is.
He made 3 years and that's truly impressive. And you know me, I gotta give credit when credit's due. You know, no hating over here. This is speak your truth. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna open up this bottle, and we gonna drink good. We gonna celebrate. But you gotta first give him the word.
Right. So, I would definitely say it's gonna be obstacles. It's gonna be tough. Like especially, I can't speak for everybody, but I wasn't born rich. I wasn't poor, but I wasn't born rich. So. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to, we trying to celebrate. But if you really gotta, see, I just lost train of thought.
I just make good vibes.
All right, so you really gotta work for it. Don't get discouraged. Like, it's times where I done took losses, but I'm like, I'm ready to throw in the white flag. You know what? I can't do this no more. I'm not gonna do it. But you gotta keep pushing. Anything, I put it to you like this, anything worth having in life, it won't come easy. So if you want a house, you want 2 cars, you want a family, you want whatever you want, that's not gonna come easy. But you know it's worth having, so you can't give up.
Right.
Like you could take 10 steps forward, but sometimes you might 10 steps back or 20, and you might be like, damn, I can't do this no more.
Of course.
There's times I talk to him, and I'm like, yo, bro, listen, I ain't doing this no more. Like, it was good, I didn't fail, but I'm just going back to online now, and I'm just But like people level-headed would tell me, yo, calm down. Like everything ain't peaches
It
and
takes
cream.
time. Yeah, it's not.
So
Exactly. You have to keep
definitely,
going.
everything takes time. So I just said, don't give up, honestly. And then most important, believe in yourself, because it's gonna be
Believe in
people.
yourself.
I had close friends, people I consider family that to this day like they can't tell you what my soul look like unless they looked on social media. So don't let that discourage you. Like
Exactly.
just keep going, forget them. If you believe in it and your customers believe in your brand or you, just keep going. That's it.
Because people don't have it, and I'm glad you said that because I think that in this day and age, it's so easy to doubt yourself when people, like when friends don't support you or family don't support you. You feel like it's not possible for you to do it, and I think that happens more than than not. And I think that that's great that you said that, even when people don't support you, and it's because you have to go with your vision and what you love to do, and you have to push that. And that's what I want you guys to learn from here. Like, you have to push what you do, no matter if your parents don't believe you, your friends don't believe you. You have to believe in yourself, because if you love what you do, other people out there gonna love it too, and they're gonna believe you.
Yep.
So it don't matter about the little ones. You think the bigger ones are your friends and things like, but a lot of times they aren't the bigger ones. The bigger ones are the ones that are going to seek you and take you to where you need to be. So definitely keep that in mind. And we're going to end with your Instagram, your Facebook, where people can find you, your website as well.
All right, so the store's Instagram and Twitter is @LuckyLace, so that's LUCKY, LACED, no underscores, no space. Website is luckylace.com. The Facebook is Lucky Lace Sneaker Boutique. That space is in between each word. Store address is 240 Kent Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11249. That's all the info right there.
You guys heard it here. It's your girl SasheMi. Speak your truth, and I want to thank you again, Ian, for coming on my show.
No problem,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Have a good one, guys.